What do you want your creative business and, more importantly, your life to look like? What are small changes you can make right now that will create the dream life in the end? That is what today's video is all about. Here are 3 business questions to ask yourself to create a life you love and a business you adore. So hi, my name is Natalie and I am a creative business strategist. I help you create money-making content that leads to fabulous products and services to create a business that you love and a life that you love. In this video, I'll be giving you 3 questions you can ask yourself to start creating a dream life from wherever you are right now. Stick around to the end to hear my biggest mistake when trying to answer these questions, so that you don't need to make that one. As we grow and evolve as people, business owners, entrepreneurs, we might find that the way we do business, the way our business is run, doesn't fit with where we're gonna go anymore. And that's totally normal. Your creative business needs to fit with the life that you want to have. Sometimes I've noticed that it's very clear what is wrong. Otherwise, not so much. You just feel like something's irking and it's just not feeling right, but you have no clue what it is or how to change it. These 3 questions will help you figure out what's irking, what's annoying you, what's just itching somewhere, and more importantly, how you can start changing things in your business and in your life in small ways to get to where you want to go. If you've ever felt that way in your creative business and in your life, don't forget to like this video so that we all know that we are not alone in this feeling. Okay, so these 3 questions will help you get a lot more clarity on where you want to go. So first up, grab some paper and a pen, or get your laptop out and open a Notion page or Google Doc and have somewhere to write all your thoughts and ideas without editing yourself. Now, on the top of this page, we're going to write a date, but not today's date. No, we're going to write 31st of December of 2023. Now, if you are watching this video somewhere in the future, pick a date that is about 16 to 24 months away. Something that makes sense to you. Your birthday, the end of the year, halfway the year, midsummer. Something that is about 16 to 24 months away that feels far enough that you don't feel it's going to be impossible, but also not so far that you it's so far away you can't even think about how your life is going to be then. Now we're going to pretend that this is that date. So for me, right now is the 31st of December 2023. I'm cold. Anyway, so it's December 31st, 2023. What have you achieved in the last 12 months? What have you done? What have you changed in your business? What have you achieved? What have you stopped doing? Write out all things business related and life related that would fit your dream life. Do you want to publish a book? Do you want to launch that group program you've been thinking about forever? Think about where you live, how you work, how much you work. Who are the people you are working with? Who are the people that surround you? How much do you earn? Don't edit yourself just yet in how achievable it is. Just write it down. Try to be as specific as you can when you can. So for instance, instead of writing, I want to work less, I could write, I want to work 3 to 4 days a week. I don't care which days, I just want to work 3 to 4 days a week. That is a lot clearer and something I can work on, while I want to work less is very hard to achieve, because when am I working less? If I work 1 hour less? And when it's that vague, you and I both know that we will suddenly completely forget this goal and start working the same amount, or maybe even more. So by being specific, you will notice if you are getting there and if you are keeping yourself to it. But and this is a very important point, is don't try to be specific when you can't be. Sometimes you just don't know the specifics yet, and that's okay too. Then just don't try to force it. So for me, I know I want to live near a river. I want a small but cozy house. I want space around me and nature near me. Those things are specific. I don't need to know where that is. I don't even need to know in which country that is. These are things that I would love to have, and I can be specific in some ways without being specific in others. So take 15 minutes to write this all out. I would recommend setting an alarm somewhere so that you can just focus on writing without thinking that you are taking too long, or without just doing 2 minutes and then stopping. Because I feel like after a few minutes, that's when the best ideas come, and you stop editing yourself and you just feel what you really want to do and what you really want to, where you really want to be and who you want to be. If December 31st, 2023 could be anything you want, what would that be? I would love it if you would write in the comments below anything you want to share about what your dream life will look like. Now that you've answered this question, it's time for question number 2. And that is, what are the simple things you could achieve? Like even right now, like we don't have to wait to December 31st of 2023. We could change this or start changing this right now. So maybe you did write that you want to take half a day off on Wednesday to do your favorite sport. Is it hard to achieve that? Could you do that right now? If so, what do you need to do to be able to do that? Do you need to block your calendar? Do you need to get a babysitter? Do you need to book that class? Write out all the simple things you could do right now that are on your list for your dream life. Maybe you said you want to start making a podcast and you're already making videos. Will it be easy to change those videos into podcasts? Is it easy to make videos that could also work as podcasts? If so, maybe it's not that hard to start a podcast. I'm not saying it's easy. I do want to note that if you go for something like adding a podcast, don't forget to also look at what you could get rid of. Maybe you just said that you love your house, but there's just this one room that's totally not what you want it to be. I don't know. It could be anything. If there's something that you could start working on right now, let's start doing that, because those small things will start creating the life that you love and that big dream life that you're thinking about. Now, as you heard, some of those were business related, but not all of them. And that's okay, because they work together. And when things change in your business, it will change your life. And things change in your life, they will change your business. So that's why I wanted you to write out your dream life with everything included. And now we're doing those small tweaks that could be in both your life and your business, but they will change both as well. Work out which of the things in your dream life would be easier to accomplish, make a list out of it, and start working on that. But that means we are left with the harder parts of our dream life. The things that we need to do more research for, or we need more income for, or whatever it is that you want to do that's just not that easy to accomplish. There's so many variables here. Start working out what those variables are. What is it that you can do, and what is it that you need to start working on them? Maybe you need to do more research on how to do something, or you need to come up with ways to start increasing your income. If so, start working out what you would need to sell and how much of it to make that number work. Do you know the number? If not, what do you need to figure out to come up with that number? For that research, start setting out a certain amount of minutes or hours each week to work on that research and figure out what's needed. For instance, let's say that I want to write a book, and it didn't feel like a small tweak because I don't even write anything right now. I don't I don't know, I don't feel like I'm ready to write. So maybe your first step would be a writer's course. Maybe your first step is starting with blogs. Maybe the first step is just doing more research in what you would need to write a book. Maybe that first step is finding a co-writer. There's so many options. Did you dream up something else and you don't know how you even start achieving it or what the next steps are? Leave it in the comments below and we can help you figure this out. So one of the things we are thinking about is whether or not we want to keep living in the Netherlands. I don't know yet. Do I want to move? Do I want to keep traveling? Do I actually just want to go back home? So we don't know yet. But the only way we're going to figure it out is to research all of the options. And to research what it would mean and what we would have to leave behind and what we would need to organize and all of those things. So as promised, I want to share my biggest mistake when trying to do these questions with you. So without going into specifics, for a long time I had something that would either happen or it wouldn't happen. And it was kind of out of my control. Let's call it A. That meant that my path, my life's path, would either go that way if A happened, and that way if A didn't happen. And I felt like I couldn't answer these questions at all because I didn't know what A was going to be. Was it going to happen or not? But the thing was that a lot of my ideas and dreams had nothing to do with A. I could still have written those down and worked on them, and I could have been specific around those topics while still staying very vague about anything that had to do with A. So there are things that I could have done in my business and in my life that I didn't do because I didn't make them specific and I didn't write them down, even though they had nothing to do with what was happening with A. See how that mistake kept me from building my business the way I wanted to, as well as making my life the way I wanted to? So don't make my mistake, learn from it, and just write out whatever you can if you have a situation like that. Now, if you want more help analyzing your creative business and figuring out how it's all going to work into your dream life, check out Be Your Own Business Detective. It is a course that's all about analyzing where your business is right now, sniffing out the crimes that you're committing, and solving those mysteries. The link is in the description below. You might also like this video over here, which talks about the 5 income streams I want to add to my business in 2022. Can you guess how that came to be? Of course, by doing these questions. So check out this video. It might give you some ideas on how you want to change your creative business, and I will see you over there.